Welcome to the Tidarium Hangar, where we talk about all things vintage to modern Star Wars, Transformers, and video games. Today I'm talking to you about the Nintendo Switch Lite. Now, also codenamed the Nintendo Switch Mini. We knew this thing was coming for about 8 months now. It's been leaked. It's the worst kept secret in the video game industry. And I can tell you right now that there are very few surprises about this thing. So settle in and I'm going to tell you my take on this as a 35-year gamer. And I've been a collector of game systems and specifically portable game systems to a ridiculous degree. And I'm going to give you my take on this system. And I'm also going to discuss at the end of this video the Pro or Excel version in my predictions because, well, let's just get to it. I probably will predict this better than Michael Pachter, and I am a fan of Michael Pachter, but yet I still feel I could predict the Excel version better. So let's get right into all of these great topics talking about this. First thing I want to say is this system makes one improvement. The number one improvement is that they took the Hori design of the Hori controller and gave it an actual D-pad. As you can see in this picture, you see a D-pad versus 4 buttons, and that makes a big difference overall. So I want to start with the I'm a positive guy. I like to beat things up. And I'm going to tell you, I'm actually getting one of these. That's not the reason why, but I'll tell you why here in a few. But that is a plus. The next thing I want to say is, well, it kind of starts out a negative, but it's more portable. It's a smaller screen. I always want a bigger screen, but I've been playing the Switch for a while and I feel like it's a bit cumbersome. And so this thing is smaller. It's actually one Joy-Con shorter or one Joy-Con less wide. And that kind of makes it more portable. And Nintendo really did think about all this. And it's more durable. I guarantee you this is more durable than a standard Switch. Now, the smaller design, the more compact design, makes it to where it can handle probably a drop much better than a Switch. And it can handle some of the abuse my son puts through my Switch. And so I would much rather my son abuse this thing at the new price point. We're going to get into that here in just a few. So the price is announced at $200. It's a lower price point, and it's going to draw more people in. It's really smart that Nintendo did this first, because you want a lower price point one before you put out the higher price point one, but of course wait till the end for my predictions on that. This thing will play all of your games that already work in the undocked mode, the portable mode. And if you look on the back, there's a little video that shows you to look for. But this will work with all undocked games. And the majority of the first-party titles work fine on this. And especially like Zelda and Mario. And if you play your Switch, you know what you can play in portable mode. You know there's only like 1 or 2 games total in the whole library that won't work on it. But I know 1-2 Switch won't work on it properly. But there is actually a way. It will pair with your current Joy-Cons, and you can play those games with it. But it doesn't have the stand, so you have to kind of like prop it up against the wall, and it won't work on your TV. So yes, there's no dock. Moving into the negatives, I don't want to be negative, but there's no dock for this. Guess what? There's going to be like 15 third-party companies making a dock for this thing eventually. In my belief. Like, that's a huge untapped market. Of course they're going to do it. But if you're thinking, okay, so I buy this thing for $200, then I got to buy a $30 dock, and then before you know it, and a $70 set of Joy-Cons to play a couple of games that I like, next thing you know, you're up to the $300 mark. That is up to you to decide. For me, my son plays portable mode 95% of the time, so I don't have to worry about that. He can play his Fortnite for free on this thing. And let me play my games on the screen. So the next thing I want to talk to you about, 2 points. First point I want to talk to you about is the colors. Now it's going to come with a teal version, a yellow version, and a gray version. But they've done this before. When you saw the original 3DS, it came out with some very bland colors in the beginning, and then they gave you colors you wanted later on, such as what I want, purple. Down the road, I really anticipate they're going to give us a standard blue, a purple, a green, a red, a black, all those colors down the road. And I gotta say that I'm excited for those, and that's gonna lead me into why, even though launch day is a day that's very special to me, I'm probably not picking this up until they come out with this beautiful special edition. My first mini is gonna be this special edition. Even though I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, yes, I'm not a Pokemon fan. My son is a massive Pokemon fan, but I'm not. I think this system is beautiful. I love this look. I'm going to wait for this one. I will not be reviewing this day one. I'll be reviewing this when this system comes out. And that's why. But I know down the road they're going to make a purple. They're going to make a blue. They're going to make one that I want better. And as the person who has 35 PSPs and 17 Vitas, I will be having multiples of this. Next thing I want to talk about is how this will succeed the DS, the 3DS. 3DS will be no longer. 3DS is gone from Nintendo's viewpoint. The game list is only like 5 more games for the rest of the year. And if you're going 100% portable with this thing, then there are some downsides to it. The downside, of course, you can't put it on your big screen out of the box. The third parties will do that. There's no rumble feature with it, and the IR sensor's not there. But I gotta tell you that those 2 features mean nothing to me when I play my Switch. Like, in my opinion. So I really think Nintendo did their research and said that you're getting a premium system with the original, and this is the $100 less system of bare bones. But who plays it the most and how they play it is kids, and they really do play it handheld the most. So I'm ready to get into my predictions for the Pro / Excel / codename Zeta. Maybe it's codename Zeta. Who knows? But the next system, we already know it's being manufactured right now because it's been, well, told to us that this was manufactured along with another version of the bigger Switch. And so that's a fact for 6 months now. And I'm going to tell you my predictions, and old Michael Pachter can support me on this. The first thing I want to say is that the Pro is going to replace the current $300 one. And it will maintain a $300 price point. If not, it'll be $350. They will not go $400. Because Nintendo has always held the stance that the hardware is a means to get to the software, and their software almost never takes a discount. It takes like a decade for it to go down to like 20 bucks. They want 60 bucks for their software. Still, to this day, they're asking $60 for software that came out in the 90s. I'm talking to you, Smash Brothers. I'm talking to you, Donkey Kong Country. So, anyways, we're looking also at the next big thing is they're going to take the screen larger. See, Nintendo understands that you can go smaller and you can go larger in the screens. The Mini is going to take it smaller. The Excel / Pro is going to take it bigger. And all they have to do is eliminate the bevel. And there have been a multitude of mock-ups showing this elimination of the bevel. But the reality is it's easy to do a Photoshop. It's much harder to make a mass-produced product that eliminates the bevel. But I know Nintendo has the ability to do it. And I thought the Mini would show you how the bevel was eliminated by shrinking the whole system down. But the reality is the Excel / Pro will show you how the bevel's eliminated. I don't think the Pro's going to be substantially larger, and it will still use original Joy-Cons, and the Pro will have new Joy-Cons that you can attach to that are more ergonomic. And that's my prediction. My next prediction is quite obvious, a faster processor. They're talking Ryzen 2, but it's going to have a faster processor. It's going to do a whole lot more stuff. And with some of the stuff that we've seen in the past, I think there'll be games specific to it. Specific to what is next generation. So there are a lot of games on the PS4 and the Xbox One that the Switch cannot run. And the next iteration of the Switch needs to be a baby step that can run those games of what's all... We're on the verge of seeing PS4 and PS4, Xbox One becoming last gen. And the Pro needs to at least run last gen. The Excel, or whatever Nintendo calls it, has to be able to run last gen games. End of story, and that's what's coming out later this year. Lastly is screen resolution. Everyone talks about 4K. I even predicted 4K, but I predicted it wrong. So, you know what? I'm okay with that. I've had a video saying it's going to have a 4K dock, and it did not work out. But there's going to be 4K in the future for Nintendo Switch. Well, because they like staying a generation behind to save us money and save them on the production costs, then 8K is coming very, very soon. 4K is current, and anything current technology is considered old. So anyway, let me know what you think about this iteration. Like, subscribe. I'm going to be talking about the Switch, following the Switch, and following some of these new tech things. I am going to pre-order every new system that comes out. Of course, I'm going to be a little late on this one because I like the Pokemon Yellow White version better. Like, subscribe to Darren Hanger. Out.